Hello, this is Lacey Hyam reporting on a week of weather from the Summerwood subdivision just northeast of Fairbanks. I made my weather observations beginning Monday, March 20th, 2017, and ending on Friday, March 24th, 2017. All observations are made at 8 p.m. Alaska Standard Time, just before the sun sets. We'll be comparing my observations with the National Weather Service station located at the Fairbanks International Airport. Here is the observation sheet from my last day on March 24th. This observation was made at 8 p.m. and the current temperature was 25 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 3.9 degrees Celsius on the left probe and 25 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 3.8 degrees Celsius on the right probe. The maximum temperature recorded was 32 degrees Fahrenheit while the minimum was negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit. The barometric pressure reading was 1,027 millibars, and the winds were very mild, noting small gusts just enough to gently sway the treetops and blowing at about 115 degrees east-southeast. There were no visible clouds at my location and no precipitation. Taking a look at the air temperature graph, we can see that my observation site recorded current and max temperatures were well above the National Weather Station, but my minimum temperatures were right along their recorded temperatures. This is again due to the higher elevation of my weather observation station and the temperature inversion. Both my thermometer probes read within 1/10 of a degree Celsius difference if there was any difference at all. On Monday, March 20th at 8 p.m., the current temperature was 18 degrees Fahrenheit with a maximum of 23 degrees Fahrenheit and a minimum of negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The NWS station recorded 5 degrees Fahrenheit at the same time. On Tuesday, March 21st at 8 p.m., the current temperature was 22 degrees Fahrenheit with a maximum of 26 degrees Fahrenheit and a minimum of negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The National Weather Service stations recorded 1 degrees Fahrenheit near 8 p.m. On Wednesday, March 22nd, I recorded 22 degrees Fahrenheit at 8 p.m. with a max of 27 degrees Fahrenheit and a min of negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit. The NWS station recorded 10 above near 8 p.m. On Thursday, March 23rd at 8 p.m., I recorded 24 degrees Fahrenheit with a max of 29 degrees Fahrenheit and a min of negative 7 degrees Fahrenheit. The National Weather Service station recorded 7 degrees Fahrenheit near 8 p.m. And on Friday, March 24th, I recorded 25 degrees Fahrenheit with a max of 32 degrees Fahrenheit and a min of negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit, while the National Weather Service station recorded 3 degrees Fahrenheit near that time. I chose to do my weather observation time at 8 p.m. in relation to my observation time from Unit 3, which was 5 p.m. During Unit 3, 5 p.m. was just before sunset, and during the last week's observation, 8 p.m. was also just before sunset. Due to more hours of daylight, I had to move my thermometer probes from their previous location in Unit 3 to keep them from ending the day in sunshine. Over the week, the sun was shining and the clouds were minimal. On Monday, there were only a couple wispy cirrus clouds and calm winds. I measured them to be a 1 on the Beaufort scale, and they gently headed south-southeast. On Tuesday, skies were clear and winds were mostly calm, with gentle gusts headed northeast, also a 1 on the Beaufort scale. Wednesday and Thursday had clear skies and no winds, but Friday had gentle gusts headed east with a 1 or 2 on the Beaufort scale, and somewhat cloudy skies with alto cumulus clouds that seemed to move more rapidly than the surface winds. I did not observe any precipitation throughout the week. The barometric pressure recordings at my location were above the National Weather Service station's recordings, but the trend line seems appropriate. My station is at a higher elevation than the Fairbanks International Airport, and so that I feel that my pressure readings are more accurate than they were in my Unit 3 observations, which I recorded much lower pressure readings than the National Weather Service station. My pressure readings suggest a high pressure system at the beginning of the week, with pressure dipping on Wednesday, rising and then dipping again as the temperatures begin to increase. Taking a look at the TV weather maps, we see that on Monday the 20th, Alaska has a good cloud cover and low, warmer or more moist clouds here. In the Fairbanks area, there is a patch of white clouds indicating high altitude and low moisture or cooler temps, corresponding with my observation of cirrus clouds. There is a high-pressure system just off the west coast, and the concentric isobars are widely spaced, indicating very low wind speeds. We can see that this is the high-pressure system, and the lines are very distant here in the interior. On Tuesday, we see clear skies over the interior and two high-pressure systems spreading over the entire northern half of the state. The weather fronts we see in the southeast, down here, do not have a major impact on the interior. Wednesday's weather map also shows two high-pressure systems on either side of the state, and as we can see, clear skies in the interior. The concentric isobars have gotten closer together, suggesting stronger winds just southeast of Fairbanks, down here. On Thursday, skies are mostly clear again in the interior, but the clouds are accumulating around the rest of the state. A warm front in the south, here, next to the cold front, suggests a change in weather if the system can make it over the mountain range. And on Friday, we see low, moist clouds cover most of the northern half of the state of Alaska, with some clear areas in the southwest and open patches in the interior. There's a couple patches here, which I believe is near Fairbanks. Another high-pressure system in the northwest of the area of Alaska, here, and a sign of fog just southeast of Fairbanks, down here. As the week moves forward, high-pressure systems pass over the interior, seeming to come from the west-northwest and toward east-southeast. The isobars are fairly wide and cloud coverage is minimal. This corresponds with my observations of light winds and mostly clear skies. On Tuesday, I observed northeast winds, which I cannot explain other than maybe the high-pressure system in the east was slightly less than the west, and therefore the air current moved towards the lower pressure area. The different weather maps and satellite images on Wednesday correspond well with my observations from Wednesday. Clear skies and no winds and no to little precipitation. We can see clear skies here. We can see light, high, and cooler clouds here, and clear skies. And then here we can also see fairly clear skies and some moisture, but very wispy and not very dense. The persistence forecasting for the 3-day forecast is accurate with a 5-degree warmer difference, while the 5-day forecast was weakly accurate due to a 5.5-degree warmer difference, Monday through Saturday. The climatological forecast, however, was inaccurate because the average temperature for Fairbanks at this time of year is 16 degrees Fahrenheit, while Thursday's average was 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit and Saturday was 2 degrees Fahrenheit, making there a difference of 14.5 degrees Fahrenheit cooler on Thursday and 13 degrees cooler on Wednesday. This year, March was noticeably colder than the past few years, but after this cold week, our past week has been looking up and spring is finally here. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to your weather observations.